see these channels like Donut, you see these like big YouTubers that are into cars, and it's just a pissing contest. It's just like, how much money can I throw in my car? And I'm gonna keep dumping money into it, and to the point where it's not even drivable. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here in beautiful Flagstaff, Arizona, just a little south of Flagstaff on Lake Mary Road. We're at beautiful Mormon Lake, actually, which is kind of a dried up pond, but pretty cool to be out here and film some sort of video for you guys. We got the bugs all over the car. We've been driving this thing all day. I woke up at 7 o'clock, had to drive my girlfriend down to work to pick up her car because she left it because we were in Phoenix for the weekend. And anyway, I've been driving all day ever since, out recording videos. And this other video idea I needed to get off my chest was, this is boring concept, but it will save you thousands of dollars on mods. And that concept is being a car enthusiast that's into sports cars, but not having the need or desire to spend, $10,000 on modifications that might retract from the true nature of the car that Subaru and Toyota, or whatever car you have, the true nature of the original design. Spending so much where you're essentially taking away from that true design. And that true design is to be able to drive your car all day, every day, and not have to stop and work on it. Not have to think about, oh, is that, am I gonna overheat because I don't have the proper cooling or the oil cool separator or this or that because I got a big turbo on my car that doesn't come with a turbo. It's all aftermarket. And I know that, a lot of people that are really into modding, they want to work on their car. It's like a pleasure thing. There's people out there, believe it or not, that enjoy working on their cars. I enjoy working on my car, but it's like little things like here and there. Now, don't get me wrong, I love mods. I have some black wheels I'm about to put on. They're gonna be 18s. It's gonna make this car look a lot better in my opinion. I don't like the wheels that I got, so I am into modding, but it's just little things. I definitely am an OEM plus type of guy. I like to keep it as true to the heart of the car as possible. And the suspension on this car is so good, guys. I just did a full loop around Arizona. Not a blip, not a problem with this car at all. Just romping on it. 20,000 miles. It's like 6 months old. I want to see how many miles you guys have on your BRZs. How many miles a year are you putting on your car? Because I'll tell you what, I bet I've been more places in my BRZ than most people with their economy or practical cars have. We're about to go to San Diego soon. I'm just driving this thing across the country. So that's why I keep my car stock as far as like under the hood. I got my axle back exhaust, but you don't need to have all these mods to have fun with your car. And I think that's a lot of it too, is just like, I made this video in the past saying you've been lied to about cars on YouTube. And that video was basically saying that, like, you see these channels like Donut, you see these like big YouTubers that are into cars, and it's just a pissing contest. It's just like, how much money can I throw in my car? And I'm gonna keep dumping money into it, and to the point where it's not even damn near drivable. And I think that's just, I don't know, there's something about that whole vibe I'm just not feeling. It's cool to see some of the cars that the people create. Like, it's kind of a work of art, to make a really cool car like that. But is that person driving that car every day? No, they're not. They built the car. They might have gotten money from Donut or something from the full media company to build that car to make content. So it's specifically content car. And that's what a lot of people do too online. It's really unfortunate. So the poor car is not even being driven or enjoyed like it should be, because it's all about clout and clickbait and titles and thumbnails, trying to make the best car modded stuff on the internet, and it just defeats the whole purpose of being into cars. So, like videos like mine, a lot of people might think they're boring, but like, every video I shoot, I try to be in a different location, try to show you guys where a sports car can take you. It doesn't have to be something that's just babied, that's just tucked away in the garage 6 months out of the year. It doesn't need to be something that is overdone with mods to the point where you can't even drive it. It doesn't need to be something that's unattainable either. That's why this car is such a good example of, you don't need to be rich to drive Porsche level car that, really just holds its own out there and is just as much fun as any other sports car, in my opinion. And I work with cars all the time, and I sit inside really nice sports cars, and I'm like, yeah, this is nice, but my car sounds better. Yeah, this is nice, but this car is more comfortable. Yeah, So again, we're covered in bugs. This is really a pet peeve of mine. If you guys ever go on long road trips in the summer, make sure you guys get the bugs off as quick as possible. I'm going to work first thing tomorrow morning, and I'm removing the bird poop right there, and I'm doing a full front detail, and I eventually need to get the PPF wrap. I know I've been slacking on that. The poor car is getting damn near totaled out here because of all the bugs that's going on it, but it's just interesting how many people you see online that are just so into modding that they just kind of like lose track of like what happened to the car, you know, the car you got. And then like when they go to sell the car, they got to take everything off to get somewhere close to what they want for it. So then they have to part out and sell all those modification parts. And that's kind of unfortunate, you know, unfortunate truth about modding in that regard. Where me, if I do sell the BRZ, I would take off my axle back remark and put the stock muffler back on. I would probably leave the mud flaps, but I would put some sort of OEM wheels back on and just sell these, even though they would probably be fine as is. So I don't have to do anything with the mods I've done, which isn't much. So it's just something to think about, where if I had the full turbo kit, if I had the HKS intake or the, you know, carbon hood, I guess that wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'd have to sell all that separately. So I don't know, guys. I like all kinds of cars too. So I think I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm into all sorts of Subarus. I'm into Toyotas. I'm into trucks. I think trucks are cool. I'm into overland stuff. And that's where I'm like, man, I just don't know if I'm going to be a sports car owner long-term, just because of that. Every time I pass a Forest Service road out here that looks like it goes to a cool spot, I want to drive down it. Or I was about to go out to Blue Ridge Reservoir today. That was my plan. But it said on Apple Maps, it was saying might potentially have unpaved roads or this or that. And like in this car, it's like, man, I don't know if I can do it in this car. In a WRX, I could do it. And I know that's true. The ground clearance on the new VB is a little bit better than this car, so that's something I'm considering right there. But yeah, that's just kind of a downer if you want to be an explorer. And out here in Arizona, it's explorer's paradise. There's northern Arizona, endless exploration. Even southern Arizona is beautiful in its own way. Outside of Phoenix, there's some amazing spots. And you want to just have that little bit of ground clearance, where I know some of you guys might be like, well, dude, why don't you just lift it? I've seen some sweet lifted BRZs. I think on Facebook last night, I actually saw the sickest one I've ever seen. It had a skid plate, a lift. It had like a front bumper, rear bumper deletes, where it's just like the metal bar. It looked so cool. I'll see if I can get some pictures for B-roll in this video. But guys, it was the coolest off-road BRZ I've seen. But I do agree with some of the people that are like, dude, if it's a sports car, you want to keep it as a sports car. Kind of like what I'm saying with modding. People go so far where it's not even the original car anymore. It's something crazy. And the same could be done with, or the same could be said with lifting it and making it like an overland vehicle when it's supposed to be tucked on the ground, sports car that is supposed to be on tarmac and driving fast, cornering fast. And it just defeats the whole purpose, you know? So like, pick the right vehicle. And once again, that's where the WRX slides right in there. I like that VB a lot, guys. So, you know, that's my eyes on that in the future. Maybe this winter we might see what's up if we can make it work. But for now, we're enjoying this thing all summer, cruising around. So yeah, message in this video, mod your car how you want to mod it. It's your money. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, if you can't drive around your whole state in a weekend with no hiccups, no stopping to get under your car to work on it, yeah, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Anyway, guys, we make videos every week. If you guys want to see the ultimate BRZ playlist, hit the link in the description. Hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos. Leave a comment, say what's up. Roast me in the comments. I know you guys want to, because my videos are kind of weird, but hey, man, we're trying out here. Make videos every Monday, sometimes Thursdays. Check out the shorts. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out from beautiful Flagstaff, middle of nowhere, Lake Mary Road area. Catch you guys next time.